Back. So what I'm gonna do, first of all, sorry for those people that don't understand Yoruba. I'll play about 1 minute of it so you can know what we're talking about, and then I'll let you give your words on it. All right. This story is. Anyway, let me just play some of it. Let me see here. I'm gonna play a little bit of a highlight of it. Jesus Christ.
Tí mo lè sọ nípa ẹ̀. Adára níjọ yẹn ló wá sọ fún mi pé ọmọ kan wà ní orí òkè pé òun dẹ̀ fẹ́ introduce ẹ̀ sí mi. Gbogbo gbà yẹn dẹ̀ lélẹ̀ mi ò tí ì mọ̀.
N fẹ́ kẹ́ fast forward ẹ̀ torí time. Ìgbà tó introduce ẹ̀ sí ní pánkọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin yẹn.
Ó wá lóun fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ yẹn wá máa gbélé mi. Adára níjọ yẹn náà dẹ̀ lélẹ̀ ilé mi ló ń gbé. Ó wá lóun ó ní mọ́mí ẹ̀ ti kú pa. Mo ní mi ò lè gbàyàn tira o pé wàhálà wà ń bẹ̀. Adára níjọ yẹn ló wá sọ fún mi because gbogbo gbà yẹn náà àwọn torí ó ní church kan tí mo lọ táwọn yẹn ti pè mí pé bọ̀bọ̀ ìgé ni kì í ṣe wọ o mi ò sọ pé ìwọ o Adára níjọ yẹn pé gé ni even ìgbà tí mo lọ church kan níjẹ̀bú wọn ṣáà sọ mo wá pè yẹn wọn á ní wá
òun kò ya church christian
báyìí tán sọ ìṣe lóòótọ́ ni wá ní pé kí ni mo ní àwọn èèyàn ti ń pè mí o pé o máa ń bá àwọn ọkùnrin pé wàá máa close mọ́ wọn ló wá ní pé lóòótọ́ ni.
All right, Chief.
Yeah.
What is going on here? Maybe you could do a little translation, and then what?
Well, the individual that was being interviewed by Mr. Hamzat Oriyomi there was talking of a particular faithful known as Mr. Adenegan. Mm-hmm. We don't need to translate that name.
No, we don't.
Yeah, Mr. Adenegan. On there's a cloud of suspicion hanging over him that he is into an alternative lifestyle of, concerning his sexual orientation. And having checked around with people, the Adenegan now confirmed for this man on this show with Mr. Oriyomi Hamzat that yes, he indeed was into gay lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And that is where it starts. But beyond that is what I want to say about this. Let me give it to Mr. Hamzat Oriyomi. He does not know me, but I know him by reputation from the iconic matters he has handled as a kind of ombudsman. The show, he is fast evolving as a quintessential Nigerian media personality. He goes where no one has ever
wanted to go.
Yes. Give it to him. He has that spirit. And he is somebody that is striving because of daring to do what no one else want to do in that Nigerian environment. And the people are forming a solid defense bastion for him, even when people in authority are so uncomfortable with his kind of media practice, with his kind of.
But why is that? Why is that? If you don't mind speaking to that.
Yeah, I will speak to that because a lot of people in Nigeria public space, a lot of our leaders, they are struggling with one form of depravity or the other. And wherever you see people behave like Lai Mohammed was behaving, always willing to call out journalists and describe every honest journalistic initiative report as fake news, as if he was the originator of that word. Which
Trump.
Yes, which he probably copied. He rank zeros it from Donald Trump. Yeah, in the name of it, he went to town taking billions from the coffers of the government of Nigeria, taxpayers' money, to run all kinds of questionable workshops and what have you on fake news. Something that was a blatant attempt by Donald Trump to undermine the media, to destroy the credibility of the media, not just in America. Whenever Trump was caught in one crime or the other, it was red flagged. He would try to rubbish the media, rub it on our faces. And that was what Lai Mohammed ran to town with. So, coming back to why so many people can be so uncomfortable with Mr. Hamzat Oriyomi, you will understand that Mr. Hamzat Oriyomi has been a strong conscience for the common person in Nigeria, for the Nigerian people, in a season where you find so many otherwise strong individuals flagging and fidgeting and failing and falling. Hamzat Oriyomi, look at the way he handled the case of that Mr. Adenegan that was killed. In very worrisome and gruesome circumstances at the so-called Eaton Hotel at Ile-Ife. Look at that. I knew somebody who was the vice chancellor of Oduduwa University who said he resigned from the leadership of that university that was owned by that so-called Adedoyi. I don't know if I call him a priest because everybody can just go by all kinds of description and title. That Adedoyi was not showing respect, was always chaotic in his character, while the man was the vice chancellor of that university. The man left, and years later, when Adedoyi was caught in this, what's it called? In this quagmire of a murder, the thing flagged my mind, and I called that man to congratulate him for leaving before the day of, before the dawn of Adedoyi's shame. So, Hamzat Oriyomi stood up to that man, and continuing this kind of culture, continuing the same trail. You saw what Hamzat Oriyomi has done. He has followed the fact of this pastor who is not known to be an homosexual. Now, he also is a pedophilia.
It's a pedophilia, yeah.
A pedophilia. In America, that will hand him almost, will hand him endless years in prison. And this is something that will compare with what Daniels, the so-called
Bishop Feyi Daniels.
Yes, Feyi Daniels. This will compare with what he has done. But in this case, to take and prey on a little boy, the way this pastor has done. And what that is showing is that Nigerians are in denial as to the fact of people with alternate lifestyles.
Yes, Nigerians are definitely in denial.
They close their eyes to the open practice of Dan Dauda.
They pretend it doesn't exist.
What are they telling me? I mean, Dan Dauda, that is known everywhere up north in Abuja. You see very rich northern alhaji looking for little boys that they would sodomize. And then these are the people who occupy the National Assembly and they make all kinds of laws. Yes, as a high chief, a traditional chief, I look at that kind of thing as a major onslaught on our identity as Africans. But should we close our eyes to the fact that it exists amongst us?
That this is just the reality.
It's the reality. Long ago, when I was in high school, I heard of girls-only schools where they did all kinds of stuff with a candlestick and what have you.
Jesus.
Oh, yes. Yes. I had a girlfriend in those days who told me that the famous school that she attended in Akure, she had a girl who was her boyfriend. She told me.
In their mind, they'll be like, at least she said she was her boyfriend.
No, all I don't say age. By the time you are doing that, your age is almost like falling into the trap of this.
It's exactly what it is.
Yes, if the mind can imagine some things, you already know that it is happening somewhere. That it's just that you don't know. So there was this time I ran into this CNN reporter, a very famous one, while attending IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, D.C. And I meant to greet him. You know, he picked on me. Would you have greeted me like that? if I were in Nigeria, knowing that
Oh,
that he was homosexual, that is it? Am I
he's
not from Nigeria?
suggesting that Nigerians are
No, yeah,
homophobic
that they were
anyway.
making all kinds of crazy laws, and he was taking that on me, and I just looked at him, I ignored him. I said, you know what?
That's also
You,
ignorance.
yes, I said, you know what? You Westerners, people from Western nations, you always love to win in every argument. The shame of this is that if this had been smuggled into the Bible, but that mistake was there, you know what Yorubas call that? Asumbagbe. If they had smuggled it into the Bible that it was approved of God, you would see them ramming it down the throat of Africans. All kinds of things would have happened in our culture. What the power of religion, what it can be used to do, to twist the mind of people. So I told that man, you people want to win in this argument, but this is the same you that would look down on Africans or people from Nigeria for sometimes endorsing polygamy. But now you are bringing this your own standard, homosexuality, lesbianism, transgender, and what have you. They are saying no, it is against their way.
It's just not what they do.
So why would you now take that person out with me? But by the way, I Oladimeji Abitogun, I'm not homophobic. Yes, I am straight, but what is my business with what two others want to do with themselves? It's none of my business. You know the one that concerns me. When you take that 1 billion naira that you serve to feed or take care of more than 1 million of us, and then you convert it and you use it, or you foist mental ill health on all of us. That concerns me. I will speak out against that. As to this pastor, he should stop being in denial. Hamzat Oriyomi, as we know him, he doesn't play around. He's a very serious-minded professional.
I see.
This is another scoop from him. He has scored this one and he has nailed it so firmly. God bless him.
Now, question for you before we leave.
Yes.
Does Hamzat Oriyomi remind you of a Kola Olawuyi?
Oh, yes, but they have different orientation. You know, Kola Olawuyi was into mysticism. He called it Iririaye, Nkombe, things like that. Yes, the Iririaye series, Nkombe. So that's
so guy. Did Kola Olawuyi go into more spiritual, diabolic stuff?
He wasn't diabolical, but it was more spiritual. It was more spiritual. And on the face of it too, this is one show that would have attracted Kola Olawuyi's attention. But in the case of Hamzat Oriyomi, he goes for real-time reality stuff.
Real-time, gotcha.
Yeah, things that you would not think will happen or are happening. He brings them out and let us know the way we are as human beings. People. We are capable of all types of reprobatory conduct.
Yeah.
Reprobate conduct. All kinds of what do you call it? Yes, that as human beings, you don't know the construct. I think you can't find the construct of what is on our heart, on our faces. So we give that to him. That's it.
Wow, awesome. This was a jam-packed week. So we're looking forward to see all of your reactions this week. We're looking forward to see how you respond. Do us a favor to leave some comments. Let us know what your opinions are in the comment area. Shout out to Facebook, shout out to YouTube. And what I'm hearing also is that we're now present on TikTok as well. So you can find Sharp Edge News TV on TikTok and follow. So you can see everything else that we're up to around social media, the internet, in addressing some of these real life issues. So I want to say thank you, and I appreciate all of you for coming by, and hopefully you've been enlightened and educated, and then we'll see you next week on Sharp Edge News TV. Cheers.
Thank you.